Hello everybody and welcome to What About the Game. Due to there being nothing too interesting releasing on the Wii U eShop this week, I've decided to do a rather belated review of Super Mario Maker. So let's get on with it because this could be a long one. Super Mario Maker is the latest in Mario's 2D adventures, only this time with a twist. Rather than Nintendo creating the levels themselves, they've just about handed you the keys to the creation box. Super Mario Maker is exactly what the title says, or, as it should say, make the damn levels yourself. Now, as a creatively barren being, any mention of a creation tool leaves me instantly anxious and depressive. I would love more than anything to be able to create a wonderful scrolling level with inventive gameplay mechanics using things in ways they were never intended to be used. I've tried creation tools before, I really have. I spent many long hours in RPG Maker during college trying to make something resembling my ideal RPG. Naturally, the only thing that I could come up with was the most boring, bunk standard, cliched RPGs imaginable. To put it bluntly, I'm a creative brick, and should in all probability be less enthusiastic to play Super Mario Maker than to spend a weekend at the in-laws. But it appears Nintendo's charm and magic can work its way into even creation tools. The instant you pick up the stylus and begin work, you feel right at home. I was making decent, fun levels without even really thinking about it. And before I knew it, I had 5 or 6 levels I was really happy with, and that was during the first time turning the game on. At the beginning, it doesn't overwhelm you with assets to play with. You only have very basic items and enemies, question blocks, Goombas, Koopas, items you would generally find in World 1-1. As you use the items and over time, new items, environments and other cool features will be unlocked. I like this idea in principle, but at the very start with such basic assets, it can be difficult to do exactly what you want, especially if you have a good idea. I would have preferred if item deliveries gave more and happened more frequently. One time I began creating a level revolving around changing blocks to coins in order to advance to another area. Only halfway through creating it did I realise I didn't even have the P-switch unlocked to make it viable. Considering how painless the process to unlock everything is, it's not too much of a detriment on the whole experience. I can see why they thought this would be a good idea. A better solution would have been to have given the option to have everything unlocked at the start, or have timed unlocks for those not wanting to be overwhelmed. So what does Super Mario Maker allow you to make? Well, practically anything you can think of and more. In fact, it's possible to create monstrosities that Nintendo would never dare let you face. Want to create a giant wiggler with cannon that fires chain chomps? Knock yourself out, go crazy. Mario Maker has a vast wealth of assets for you to choose from, and that you can mix and match with them as much as you please. The interface they have developed is highly proficient and brilliantly streamlined. Instead of crowding everything together, they've stacked them in a rather creative way. For example, instead of having green and red Koopas in separate slots, you only have the green one in the menu. Want the red one? Well, you just take the green one and give it a quick shake and hey presto, you have a red one. Want to have the much more trickier homing bullet bills? Just shake the standard cannon and there you have it. It's quick, painless, and so efficient you won't even notice it. You begin the game with just 2 skins from Mario's history, the original Super Mario Bros. And the new Super Mario Bros. Style. There are 2 more skins to unlock after a short time, Super Mario World and Super Mario Bros. 3. Each skin offers different physics and abilities that are unique to that game, or at least things that have evolved in the series over time. For example, Super Mario Bros. Has the same physics and abilities as it always did. If you want to be able to pick up shells, then you're going to want Super Mario Bros. 3 for that. Super Mario World has the twirl jump, New Super Mario Bros. Gives you the ground pound and the wall jump. You can choose which skin you want based on your needs rather than your personal preference. One great thing about switching between skins is that it allows enemies or items that were not originally in some of the skins to retroactively be put in. For example, chain chomps were not in the original Super Mario Bros., but now they are. I'm pretty sure it will now make going back to the original game a little difficult. Even though the level design is pretty legendary, I think it will now feel a lot more barren. Saying that, not everything from Mario's history is here. Probably most disappointing is the lack of enemies. I appreciate that this would have been a massive undertaking to include every enemy into every skin available, but I would have liked more, especially from those originating in Super Mario World. There are times when nothing will quite fit the role that you want it to. I think only Nintendo can make gamers clamour for DLC. New items, enemies, and a new skin would be a magnificent move to keep the community going. I'm probably in the minority here, but I would really want Super Mario Land. I think items are almost a certainty, but skins I'm not so sure. That would be a really big undertaking for them. Designing all the current items to work in the new skin would be very time consuming. Although the future is looking good, as there has already been an update which includes the much requested checkpoints and even situational power-ups. Hopefully more is on the way. The great thing about Super Mario Maker is that it appeases to two types of gamers out there. There are those who love to create things and those who love to play creative things. This symbiotic relationship is what drives Super Mario Maker forward. Uploading your creations to the world has never been so easy. All you have to do is make sure that the level is actually beatable by doing it yourself. Once you complete your level and upload it, you will receive a code to share with your friends. That's not the only way for gamers around the world to have a go at your level. There is a mode called 100 Mario Challenge, where you must tackle a set amount of user-created levels with 100 lives to your name. Your levels could be randomly put in other people's games. If they've enjoyed the level, then they can star it or leave a comment. At the beginning, you can only upload 10 levels from yourself, but if you receive enough stars, then the game will allow you to upload even more. This is a great way to stop people spamming terrible levels. On the other hand, it sort of turns the whole thing into a popularity contest. I think they chose the lesser of two evils. As mentioned before, 100 Mario Challenge is one of the gameplay modes outside of creating. Every time you beat this mode, you are rewarded with a new costume for a mystery mushroom, an item unique to the original Super Mario Bros. Skin. This mushroom will allow you to change Mario into dozens and dozens of different costumes, many of which are inspired by amiibos. It's great to see so many Nintendo characters in 8-bit sprites. Marth, Jigglypuff, Little Mac, and the bizarrely large amount of Animal Crossing characters are just some of the skins available, and it seems Nintendo are adding more and more over time. Nintendo did get off their backsides a little, and included some levels of their own. These are included in the 10 Mario Challenge, which, as you probably have guessed, you will take on a few levels with just 10 lives to your name. I view these as example levels rather than what generally appear in a Mario game, but that's fine. Some of them certainly gave me some inspiration. Talking of inspiration, Super Mario Maker has taken a lot of it from Mario Paint, a game well loved and remembered, especially for its awesome music creation tool. In fact, this could be regarded as a pseudo-sequel, or at least within the same series. Many aspects from Mario Paint return, including the love for little hidden secrets and Easter eggs. This game is riddled with them. It's even possible to create music in Mario Maker, albeit in a more difficult way, using note blocks during the levels. Nintendo has certainly hit the mark with Super Mario Maker. Who would have thought a creation tool could be such a success? When it was first revealed, it was met with mostly indifference. Sure, people thought it would be neat, but it wasn't that big thing that they were looking out for. Now, it's almost like it's what we always wanted, but didn't really know it. Overall, Super Mario Maker is a fantastic creation tool and a fantastic game. It's even a fit for those who only have an interest in one of those things. Just like to play? Great. You have an almost infinite amount of creative levels at the touch of a few buttons. Only like to create? Excellent. You have a million people out there ready and waiting to play your latest masterpiece. It's a game that loves to please, and it makes creating things a joy rather than a chore. It's full of love and personality and has us practically begging, "Please Nintendo, can I have some more?" Okay guys, if you've enjoyed this video then please like and subscribe, it will really help me so much. Don't forget to check out the full review at whataboutthegame.com and keep up to date with everything that I do by following me on Facebook and Twitter. The links are below. Okay guys, bye bye.